Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for a new manga chapter review. Welcome once again. Sorry for that black screen. We'll be reviewing on a new series called A School Frozen in Time. Now, when I initially was walking in the store and I was looking for new series to really just read, I encountered this one. Now, I'm not gonna say it because I want you guys to do it in the comment section below. But looking at just the guy and the artwork, who does this remind you of? Who does this remind you of? I know a lot of people are thinking the same thing as what I was thinking when I first saw that guy. So leave it in the comment section because I know I'm not the only one that was like, wait, is this a sequel to? We'll see. Before anything, guys, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. We're trying to reach 4,500 by the end of the month of June, which will be starting tomorrow. So let's see if we can reach that in speed light. I know we're missing about 54 people, so subscribe. If you're one of those people, thank you so much. I will be releasing a giveaway hopefully at the end of June. Hopefully. Again, I'm very hopeful on that because it all depends on if I have a home or if I end up at my parents' house. It all depends on all of that. Anyways, give some love to this channel. Comment, like, and share. I am moving, so my background is completely gone. If those who are wondering where's my background, that's what it is. Okay, new series. So let's talk a little bit about the genres and just what we're gonna be doing. I do realize it's a whole volume, and I could do a volume review if I wanted on it. But when I started reading it, I just knew from the beginning, from the get-go, this was going to be a series that I can unravel so much of it chapter by chapter, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to treat this as if it's an online series, chapter by chapter. I'm not really sure if Volume 2 is out yet, but company-wise, this is Vertical Comics, so you have the Vertical Comics logo there. It is not the sequel of the series you guys are thinking of. Hopefully by now you've already commented on the comment section below. I will like all those comments, by the way. So thank you for those who are playing that game. This is actually a different completely series. Genre-wise, mystery. I would say it's suspenseful. It's not really horror. It's suspenseful. And so mystery, suspenseful, as well as a little bit of school life. So, and I'll explain a little bit why I say a little bit of school life, because it's set out of school, but it doesn't really follow that whole setting of we're growing up and all that. So the first chapter, we meet basically all of our characters that are gonna be important. I'm not gonna show their names at this point because I haven't written them down. But chapter 2, I will do that. I'll write down everyone's name and make sure that you guys understand what character is what character. But essentially, we have our protagonist who's in the front of the cover, and he's walking with a friend, and essentially they bumped into two other friends, and it's boy girl, and they're talking about this one friend in this group that he hasn't gone to school for a while. He got kicked out because he was gambling, and it's all fun and dandy. In the whole beginning, it just seems kind of like it's a normal school and manga series. Now, I will say it does start very dark. The first 3 pages it illustrates how at one point one of their fellow students committed suicide. He threw himself off the building. So there is darkness to it already from the get-go. But then it starts very cheerfully, like we're going to school, we're cramming, until someone says, "Don't study so hard or it's gonna kill you," and everyone just kind of goes quiet, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So we don't know why their fellow student committed suicide. In fact, no one really figured it out. They just assumed that he did it because he crammed so much. He was so focused on studying. When they arrived at school, no one's there but other 2 students. The 2 people that are very much busy on studying. One is picked on the bully that gambles, and the other one, he's just smart as heck. He just stays there and studies and studies and studies. And then they realize like, wait, there's no one here with us. So they start looking around the school, figure out that there's no one in the school but them 6 students. And then they go to the front door. Like maybe they let out the school and no one told us because there is a big storm happening outside. So they go outside or they go to the front door and they can open the front door. They try smashing the door. Like they throw stuff to it. They I think at one point use a bat. I mean they use everything to break the door. It's a glass door, doesn't budge, doesn't open. So they start freaking out. They start figuring out if the windows can open, if they can call someone. They can't call anyone. And then they find 2 other people, which are other fellow students who haven't mentioned before, and they're like, okay, what the heck? Like why are we all here? What's the purpose of all this? Um, Now, in all this, there's a little sprinkle here and there of the characters remembering the person who committed suicide, and then at one point they're like, "Wait, who was it? Who was that person that committed suicide?" So they found a picture at one point, and in the picture, it felt different, and the reason was because out of the people there was someone missing, and I remember her mentioning the picture and us seeing that she was talking about all her friends being there, but then when they saw it, there's someone missing, and that they start to forget who that person is. The chapter ends with them getting a phone call, and they think it's someone's mom, and it's actually someone saying, "Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? What do you remember?" Everyone realizes that they forgot this person. Everyone realizes that that's probably the meaning of what's going on. They find the words "Do you remember?" in the board, and then at the very end of this chapter, someone realizes that it could be out of their 8 group of people of friends, it could be one of them that actually died, and they just forgot that it's one of them that died, and so it's gonna be a whole mystery and suspenseful series on figuring out of the 8 who's actually the one that's dead. I think. So I'm very intrigued. I will get their names again, attributes down for chapter 2 because I want to explain each person's attributes in detail for you guys. But for now, it's a great series. I hope you guys can pick it up. It's vertical comics are usually more expensive than shonen and Yen Press, but still worth it. Worth a good volume. So go pick it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. There's links down there below where you guys can buy cheap manga. So thank you for the love. Out of 10, I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. It made me want to read the next chapter. Had to stop myself. Had to come in here and record so I can go read the second chapter for you guys. I'm so excited to see what happens in this series. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I'll see you guys next time. Don't be strangers. And guys, comment, like, and share. Subscribe. Again, don't be strangers. See you guys.